Can you believe it? It's extraordinary.
And what a contest this is between the two best teams, the two highest scoring teams. And both teams were in front in the last quarter when they played in the second semi 2 weeks ago. So we are set to go here on Channel 7. The 2019 SANFL Grand Final is underway. Jesse White hacks it out of the ruck, tried to run away with it, dragged down. This is Mays, lean it at close quarters. Sutcliffe about to be shut down by Partington.
Johnson and also Frampton goes into Brad Close. Just rocketed into the chest, that one. Gave it away quickly. Here's the McGarry medalist. Little give over the top. Reynolds started the game beautifully last week. He goes low and hard. And he's kicked a goal. Glenelg have got the opener 3 minutes in.
He's going to the open spaces as well. He's trying to clear Sutcliffe. He's out there with Agnew. And he does that. Having the run of the ball. Good tackle, Agnew. That's tremendous defensive pressure coming from Brad Agnew. Trying to win a free kick, and he has. It's holding the ball. That's sticking to your guns.
Turn, the kick. Oh, to Sam Mays. Touched. Going through Sutcliffe, taken down the tackle by Jonty Scharenberg, and the umpire's going to ping him. It was a great tackle.
Yeah, the base
by the All-Australian under-18 player.
Tackling's been on song for the base so far. And they've been able to use the ball on the outside a bit more in this first quarter than what they did in the second.
Motlop in space, shows them some tricks and now drives up toward McBean, well positioned, flies one-handed, can't complete the mark. Is it to ground? Well, he may have been taken high there as Garner went through solidly. Umpire says free kick. So McBean coming off 4 goals last week and 3 the week before against Port Adelaide. He's kicked 10 goals in his last 3 games against the Magpies. He's bringing that back, but just not enough. Glenelg 1-1-7, leading Port Adelaide 1 behind. And well read there. It's been taken from the restart, Curran. And he's driving toward McBean once more. The big man creates a contest, trickles over the back. Ellsworthy to lean it, smothered, well done, Darcy Bailey. The 1%ers can have a big influence on the game. Nicholson weaves through traffic and kicks the goal. Great smother, even better finish. Tigers kick the first 2.
Watch this smother by Darcy Bailey, outstanding. Then had the presence of mind to pick it up, give it off. Nicholson wants to cut back through, and miracle goal.
Port Adelaide claiming a touch there. It's a bit hard to tell from that angle. Looks as though it may have squirted beyond the arms there of Attlee.
Around the corner is Garner, and going hard at it. Bang! Laddams v. Maxi Proud, and Max Proud's going to love that. He's straight back onto it. The 2018 best and fairest from the Bay. Let's have a look at this. Whack!
Yeah, good contest. That's what you want. Proud had eyes for the footy only. Fantastic.
Yeah, that is a nasty one with Billy Frampton. It's just the webbing just past his index finger, so you'd expect him probably to go down and get a couple of stitches on that.
Well, Snook got it from Reynolds. It took the mark very strongly. Goes out wide. Nicholson going backwards to go forwards. Gets Curran involved. His kick, again, kept running there, Luke Reynolds. Becoming a factor that they can't contain at the moment. Not a lot to kick to here, so he's going short over the top. Snook, the left footer, finds Close. Well, that's very well done. Now, McBean in the goal square, but they're telling Close to go back and take a shot here. 12 goals, 8 this year. Brad Close, the 21-year-old. Difficult angle. Likes it off the boot, though, and why not? Because now Glenelg has kicked the first 3 goals of the game here. They lead by 16 points. And a chance now for Nicholson. Just beyond his range. He's got McBean in the goal square, 1 out, calling for it. So they head that way now. Josh Scott lurking with intent at the back as well. 3 bites at it, claims the mark, and he can go back and shoot for the Tigers 4.
It's a perfect start for the Tigers. They're penetrating inside 50 for the 13th time, and bit of a juggler there. I know Mackenzie's saying I might out a bit of hand on that, but...
And from point-blank range, this to give the Tigers a 22-point lead into time on this opening term, and it's one-way traffic, and the Tigers are all over the Magpies.
Midfield group, we know he's a midfield maestro, loves the structure, and he was pumped with their work rate so far.
So that's outstanding by Gould. Not a good kick, but he was in front. And Port's forwards have to wake up if they're going to get those opportunities.
Virgin with the kick, bounces for Reynolds. Can he steady in time? He goes around his left foot. Reynolds has got 2.
So far, he just drives for distance. He wants Woodcock to run onto it. No one's going to get there in time. Oh, Woodcock! Well, he was manhandled by Gould, who gave away a free kick for high contact.
That's unnecessary and sort of almost what Port Adelaide were doing in the first term. So just didn't have to do that and allow Port to get a possession that they wouldn't have had.
That right shoulder. Contest again. Sutcliffe and Gould. Frampton and Gould going at it. The umpire will have to give Frampton a free kick here.
Gould down on the play as well. Just counting his teeth at the moment, Will Gould. As you can see, there's why. Frampton went back for seconds as well. Reported the last time they played for efforts against two players. Frampton putting himself about, drives to the top of the square. Then coming out, Tobin Cox, the former Glenelg player, has taken the mark right in front. Tobin Cox, he'll be feeling nervous. You know, he's had the yips in front of goal, but that one looks steady. And finally, the Magpie faithful have got something to cheer about. Their first goal arrives. 13 minutes played, term number 2. Trengove at the base of the pack. Sutcliffe, good body work there. Just muscled his opponent out of it, and now kicks for Woodcock, and he got him goal side. Chance for Woodcock to rush onto the end, and then well done, Aaron Joseph, forcing it through. What a defensive play from the Tigers.
Aaron Joseph, sensational.
Leanett gets the handball. We know he can kick the ball long to the square, and Joseph again slaps it through. 30 years young, Aaron Joseph.
More of the football.
Congested forward line. Glenelg have got 16 players inside their defensive 50, but they can't stop Frampton from taking the mark. Port Adelaide team. This to give Port Adelaide back-to-back goals. Well, he gave the goal umpire some work, but it's a full 6 points, and the Magpies are on the move.
Well, have a look at the inside 50 count. Just Port Adelaide have dominated that in recent times as Gregson goes forward into 54. Glenelg and Motlop uses the body well. Strong hands, and here's a chance for a quick answer within a minute. Marlon Motlop, best and fairest at North Adelaide, Swan Districts and Peel Thunder. Here he goes for the Bays. They just get that little steadier, and there's the quick answer.
Be able to make it.
Frederick, good depth with the kick, top of the square, bodies crash in. Frampton knocked down by a teammate, and he looks like he's hurt as well, and that's almost high. Free kick going the way of Glenelg, but behind play, 2 Port Adelaide players, one of them Frampton. Another are still down.
He was certainly wobbly as he walked from the field, so they'll assess him down here now.
Scharenberg gives it to Snook. McBean just taps it in for Partington. Doesn't have anyone to deal with. Gets it again. Partington, no free kick. Looked like he pulled his man back. Gives a handball over the top to Reynolds. Goes for a little low one and just hit on the line by Garner. I'd like to have another look at that Partington work on the outer side.
Mays has been influential. He kicks to centre wing, cutting across. Good grab being taken by Luke Reynolds. Well, they're still down at 3/4 time in that game by 2 goals, but stormed home to win it with a 9-goal final quarter. To give some optimism to our Magpie viewers taking our exclusive coverage on Channel 7. It was Scharenberg to Scott. They kicked the first goal in the opening quarter, the first in the second, and the Tigers have got the first in the third and extend the margin to 25 points. The mark, so Corcoran did well there, read that and decided to go for distance, but going back with a flight of the ball. And this has been the key to the Tigers. I mentioned it earlier, their defence has just stood so firm all year, and Max Proud to centre half forward. McBean on the charge here. Ball pitches ahead of him. Did well to control that. Got the quick kick away. Garner with problem. Motlop lurking at the back. Taps it to his own advantage in a confined space. Wants to take them on. Dances around a would-be tackler and comes up with a finish as well. Motlop, what a finish for his second.
It was an incredibly damaging goal, this is. Stepping inside and around and then check-siding it through. That's the skill level and the magic of Marlon Motlop. And that's a bad missed tackle and a terrific goal.
And I'll tell you what, if you're going to need your screw-ins, if you're going to go to the bar to get a tray, you got to keep your feet up there this afternoon.
Going forward, Laddams takes the mark. So an opportunity presents here for Port Adelaide. And there you can see what Brett Biglands is talking about. A massive crowd. And we'll breach the 30,000 mark. Peter Laddams now What an important kick. 2 goals against Glenelg when they played back in round 14. From outside 50, didn't get a good piece of it, sliding across the face of goal. Marshall rarely sided. In fact, it's Frampton who's taken the mark. But this will give Port Adelaide something to cheer about, but he skinnies it to the near side and a minor score. As McKenzie runs out of full-back, high ball. Frampton did that well. Strong hands there against good opposition from Ubergang, and he plays on off the canvas. Trengove, his kick lost a lot there of Laddams, caught behind, comes to Sutcliffe, unprotected goal square, works around the body, all dependent on the bounce. Oh, that's a terrific finish. A captain's goal from Cam Sutcliffe gets the Magpies back to within 19.
Partington, Snook, little kick is a good one too, and into the direction of McCarthy. Let him run onto it. He had Scharenberg inside, but goes to McBean. Good kick. Really good kick to advantage him.
The pre-work before the ball comes down by the gun forward, just outstanding.
53 goals for the year, the same as Reynolds, and this kick has just a little skinny.
Virgin rushes through, did that strongly. Snook, his hand pass for Nicholson. His hand pass was a tough one. Reynolds just did it, paddled it sideways, got it to Snook. Here's Partington, oh, the McGarry medalist from 50, wobbles it and wobbles it home. Tigers kick their ninth.
Just watch this piece of play, beautifully unselfish by hand are the Bays, and even that flat punt helicopter will go through today when they're on fire.
Frampton was the target. Mays just overruns it. Here's Nicholson, had a fantastic first term.
Oh, what a kick.
And look at this kick to close is good. Just couldn't get hold of it. Tommy Corcoran comes in close, still going at it, and ball up centre of the ground.
Well, they'll watch the game back and they'll say that moments like this where he's outnumbered and he's able to create a stoppage.
Sam Mays with 19 and Snook likewise to lead their respective teams in terms of disposals. Laddams in the ruck did well. Willem True, left footer inside the attacking 50. Frampton the target, coming across the front. Terrific grab taken there by Chris Curran.
Pupsy's kick in position for McKenzie. He had 3 Tigers to deal with. The commitment from Virgin and Gould was strong. McKenzie stationed forward now. Have a look at that work.
Curran is proud. That's almost incorrect disposal. Called play on. Neat kick. Well, he read that well. Atley gets it to Sutcliffe for the finishing touches. Something for the Port Adelaide fans to cling to.
Gove. He goes inboard on his left. The former Demons captain going back was Davidson. Couldn't bring it in.
Didn't go back.
Proud. You're right, Tim. Didn't go back hard enough. Here he goes. Here's a chance to atone for it. Over the top to Farrell. Goes in. Here's Sutcliffe for his third. No. Still got another chance. Now he's got his third. Sutcliffe gets them that little bit closer. 21 points.
They need to make a promising start. Well, they're not going to get it though. Snook charges through the congestion, kicks out wide, got the lead on from McBean, and he just fends off Tommy Corcoran there, says out of the way, I'm feeding this back inside. Missed the target, but it comes to Scott, one way, back the other, quickly onto the beat. They've done it again. Kicked the first goal in each of the 4 quarters, and the Tigers are roaring.
They've started every quarter fast like this, and McBean just centering it up, and just a step inside and an easy goal. Josh Scott, absolute heart and soul of that Bay forward line. And
pass comes out. That was from Tom Corcoran, a high ball, but again Agnew standing underneath it. That's something that Glenelg have been prepared to do all game.
Yeah.
The grand final last year for the Roosters. His high kick to half forward. Frampton taken out. Have a look at that, Max Proud. Good mark. They combined well with Ubergang there. Gives it. Woodcock slaps it down into Drew again. Woodcock just working back and forward till they can get some space. Tackle is fantastic. That is Joseph again. I think he was thinking, hello.
Gould was going for gold.
This was going to be the one. McBean uses his body well. Big Liam had the moon boot on all week. He had hamstring concerns in these finals, problems with his heel. his teammate in Luke Reynolds to go with his Frosty Miller medal for the goal kicking in the VFL when he was at Richmond, as Sutcliffe reaches out over the top, goes off the deck nicely. Marshall just loses Ubergang. Kick into the square. Marshall's kick is a good one. Heading back, Tobin Cox. Strong hands. And here's a chance just to slot through number 2 for him, and he's snuck it in, and 22 points is the margin. They need 4 goals.
Snook on the bottom of it once more. What a day he's had. 28 disposals, 7 tackles, 7 clearances. I don't think anyone works as hard as Matty Snook.
He does all the hard work, doesn't he? He's been terrific at it all year.
We saw an infringement earlier on in the match where there were too many people inside forward 50. They just had another warning, the Magpies, and I tell you what, the bench coaches down here were not pleased.
The concern.
Mark Stone has run to the boundary line here, boys. He wants the runner to get out for something very urgent. He is not letting this game slip one little bit.
First minor premier since 2013. Norwood to win this as a free kick has been plucked out. Marlon Motlop has got the chance to put the cherry on top, and there's Mark Stone. They won their last 6 games of 2018. They've only lost 4 this year. Marlon Motlop for goal number 3 from right on 50. Has he got enough on him? He has. I think it's over the line. Glenelg are going to win the flag. This is enormous. It is time to open up the Bay Disco again. It's going to be mayhem down the beach tonight.
Best defence in the competition, has stood up to all challenges here today. They've restricted Port Adelaide to their lowest score of the year. It was Partington in traffic, kicks out wide, and Siren is there. And for the first time in 33 years, the Tigers are kings of the SANFL jungle.
The 2019 SANFL Statewide Super League premiers are the Glenelg Football Club.